is responsible for testing? You refer him to information radiators. So now the first question come here is, what is this information radiator? Information radiator is something that shows you the information, that display the information, that you can look into that, okay, this is the right information into that. So there are multiple information radiators that we use. Kanban board. So Kanban board is an information radiator that actually shows work in progress. Okay, and it identifies the bottleneck. The Kanban board helps you to identify bottleneck. That is not what we are looking here, so that is eliminated. Cumulative flow diagram. It is a visual display of Kanban board. It looks something like this. It actually again identifies bottleneck. Again, we are not looking for that. Burnup chart. How much work is done? Okay, so it shows how much work has been completed. We are not looking for that. Burndown chart. It shows how much work is remaining. We are not looking for that. RACI. It shows who is responsible, who is accountable, whom to consult, whom to inform, right? And that's exactly what we are looking in this question. Okay, we are looking in this question who is responsible, who is accountable, whom to consult, whom to inform. Do you want me that I should make a video of all this 4 information radiator 1-minute video and share in the group? Put yes or no quickly. If no, then we can move quickly. Okay, so you said yes. Information radiators are critical. Like this board is an information radiator showing you information. But these are the critical information radiator in PMP exam. Kanban board identifies the bottleneck. What is causing a problem? It helps you to build flow. It works in work in progress limits. You identify bottleneck with the help of Kanban board. Cumulative flow diagram is the visual depiction of Kanban board. Again, it helps you to identify bottleneck. Burnup chart, how much work has been done as compared to plan. Burndown chart, how much work is remaining. And RESI shows you responsibility, accountability, consult, inform. Who is responsible and things on to that nature. Okay, a RESI chart shows. RESI is a part of planning phase. Yes, RESI is actually part of, you can even say that Menaz, RESI is, like Menaz asked, is the RESI part of planning phase? RESI is even part of resource planning plan. It is amendment to that. It is addition to that thing. Okay, thank you Menaz for asking the question. Okay. Now, since you have that information radiator information, you will be able to solve even this question. Guys, still 30 people have liked the video, 50 people are here. I'm gonna request everyone, please like the video. Okay, you are managing an IT project. How much work is remaining? So when we talk about remaining work, burn down chart. So these keywords will immediately give you your answer, right? Burn down chart. Next question. Actually, let me finish this information radiator questions. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna make a burn up, burn down chart for you, and I'm gonna show you if you add scope, how things will work into that way. Okay. You are managing an IT project, one of the stakeholder asks you how much work has been done. Now we are talking about how much is done. Okay. Asad, A and B, why you are giving A and B answer? When we talk about how much work has been done, so burn up chart. How much work has been done? The right answer would be burn up chart, B answer. Okay. Okay. Let me explain you. Let's quickly move towards these information radiators, different type of, like whatever the questions may come, let's work into that way. So let's say this is a burn down chart. Okay, that's a burn down chart. This is your this is your ideal burn down chart. Okay, burn down, this line is ideal, also known as planned. Here it is story points, let's say 100 story points. It can be user stories. It is Monday, Tuesday, etc. 2 weeks, 10 days or 14 days. Now, as we progress, we are gonna plot the actual burn down chart. RESI comes in agile. Yes, RESI also come in agile. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. etc. 10, 11, 12, 14, 13. On day 1, we are here. Okay, on day 1, we are here on the top. On day 2, we are here. On day 3, I'm again back here. On day 4, I'm again here. Okay, so this is, let's say, point A, point B, point C. Now, let's say the exam asks, at point A, are you ahead of the schedule? Are you behind schedule? Because these information radiator burn down is graphical. This is graphical representation chart, like it is representing plus analysis. So you can analyze into it. Okay. So at point A, are you ahead of the schedule? Are you behind schedule or on schedule? Okay. Asad is saying Asad is saying behind will take more. Asad, you didn't make burn down by your hand. Na? I asked you to make one time by your hand. Some people are saying ahead, some people are saying behind. Okay. So again, I'm gonna explain it, but I want you guys to actually at least one time make this burn up, burn down by your own hand. Okay, make this burn up, burn down by your own hand. This will be very useful. I'm This is very useful and you should know that. Point A. So how can I do that? Let me extrapolate it. Extrapolate mean if I keep doing what I am doing right now, if I keep doing what I am doing right now, what will happen? Okay. So let's say A, if I keep moving with this pace, I will be able to complete quickly. So when burn up is on the downside, it's a happy phase. You are ahead of schedule. You will be able to complete it quickly. You are ahead of schedule. Can we consider point C be spike? It can be. It can be considered, Hemang, that suddenly scope has been added. Like we were going down, suddenly scope has been added. But at that pertinent time, Hemang, the exam has to ask where the spike has happened. Okay. Okay, let's go back to point B. What is on point B? If the exam asks, you are on point B, what has happened? What is point B? Point B, you are on schedule. So let me make this flat face. On schedule. Neither happy nor sad. What we planned, we did that thing. Okay? On schedule. Now, what about C? If we talk about C, okay, what we talk about C, here is an interesting thing. I am making these sad faces. You are behind schedule. How do you know that? You may ask. Okay, let's extrapolate this C point. It will take much more time if we go on to that pace. Okay, it can be scope added, whatever the reason is, that now we can move ahead. Okay, now that there can be a problem. Okay, there can be a problem. Another thing, if in the same question, the question is same A, B, C, the exam asks where spike has happened. What is the question can say spike, the question can say where the scope has been added or spike has been happened. Okay, example is required run rate. Yes, Tayyab, that's a good point. Where the spike has happened or where the scope has been added, what would you say? Point C, suddenly things moved. So something different has happened, right? Something different has happened. Okay, something different has happened. So very important for your PMP exam, your burn down question, your burn up questions, how that it is. Okay, acha, sometime in the exam, if they want to show you spike, they will do a little bit change here. Okay, so they can do like this because that will make more sense as compared to this. If I can, let's say the point is here, the point move to this way, B point. Like sometime scope added. Scope has been suddenly added into that. It can show the point go above even the head. The point go outside the limit. That can also show spike in the exam. Clear? Everyone is on with me? Okay. Do you want me to make the video of this or this is clear and we can go to burn down? Put in the chat box quickly. What does yes mean? What do you want? Tell that. Shall I make a video or this is okay? This is clear. We can move down and up the work remaining. Okay, Radhakrishna, now we will go with burn up chart and then it will become more clear. Okay, so let's go with the burn up chart. Okay, burn up chart, ideal burn up chart. Okay, so let's say again 100 story points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So some people ask why I put 10, because normally there are 10 days in 2 weeks if you work on, if you take weekend off. Okay, so 10 days. Now actual burn up. On day 1 we are here, on day we are here, on day 3 we are here, on day 4 we are here, on day 5 we are here, day 6 here. Now, point A, point B, point C, what does they indicate? No, agile assume all working days, but working days for agiles are weekdays, Monday to Friday. So that's why when we say 2 week sprint, it is 10 days. Agile does not assume all working days, also sustainability. Remember, agile says sustainability. Okay, what does A indicate? I will extrapolate it. If I can do A, I will be able to do more work in this time. A is ahead. B, if I extrapolate B, I will not be able to do that much task in that time. Behind. Behind. C is on schedule. Okay? On schedule. Acha, a very interesting thing. A very interesting thing. Here, let's say this is your scope. In burn up chart, if the scope is added or scope is removed, like you add something, you remove something, burn up chart can show that in a better way. Okay, burn up chart can show that in a better way. So very important, your burn up chart. Okay, very important, your burn up chart. Now the next one in the information radiator is your Kanban board. Yeah, what did I do? Let's make a box. To do, in progress, testing, accepted, completed. Let's say there it is 2, 4, 5, 3. Work in progress limit can be anywhere. So how scope change would show in the burnout? That is, Fatima, that was scope shows. If you ask how scope change would show, suddenly the spike goes upward direction. Suddenly spike go upward, that shows that work has been added. That how it will be shown. I hope that is okay to you. When you are ahead or behind, Salman, if you are ahead of schedule, this means SPI is greater than 1. When you are less than 1, it shows SPI less than 1. Okay? Acha. This is the question for you in the exam. Let's say, what is the bottleneck here? Identify. This is a question in the exam. The question comes something like that. What is the bottleneck here? Tell me. In this question, what is the bottleneck here? This will be an interesting question to see. And why? What is the bottleneck here and why? Usually for Spark, Burnup chart is used. It can use to do in progress, testing, accepted or completed. Which one is it? To do in progress, testing, accepted, which one is this? And why? Yes, I like this answer because the capacity is maximum capacity. Shoaib said, as deliverable are stuck because limit is there. I cannot do more work, more item. No, it's not about more item. When asked, I'll change the question for you also, just to put in the context here. Okay. Bottleneck means where you are stuck, where you cannot move at all, where you cannot move at all. Here the bottleneck is accept. Let me change this question just to make sure, Manaz, you don't have that challenge here. Now what is the bottleneck? Now which one is the bottleneck? Now where is the bottleneck? Full capacity mean, Fatima, it cannot move more. Whatever we are doing, that is maximum. That I mean by full capacity. Now which one is the bottleneck? Not to do. To do has not, Mia Sahib, to do does not even have a work in progress limit. The limits are not even defined for it, brother. In progress, this one becomes problem here. I hope now these information radiators or any question will can work into that. To do can never be bottleneck. I like Asad how you think. Okay. So let's go back to our questions.